Welcome back to match 2, this is Old Man Poole. We have won the dice roll. I'm gonna have to throw this one back, I think, unfortunately. Need more lands than this. Even with Gleaming Barrier, I think this is too risky to keep. Ugh, this hand's really bad too. Is it better than the last hand? Really close. I think we do keep. Knight of the Stampede I think we will put on top, actually. That gives us the potential to play Colossal Dreadmaws and actually could put us in a good spot. My opponent doesn't have a whole lot of interaction. Still don't love this hand, but Knight of the Stampede would be a good 4-cost creature. You have to find a land over the next 2 turns to make it work, and have to avoid removal, which is... Alright, we're gonna play our Frillback. I think it's very likely that it just gets hungered here, or... What's the card called? -2/-2 one. Yeah, no play. So opponent almost certainly doesn't have it then. I want to say Tribute to Hunger, but that's not right. That's the old sacrifice effect. Yeah, I can't think of it. Okay, well, a land here is important. Ooh, Forerunner of the Coalition. Not what you expect out of the black-white deck, but a card nonetheless. Fighting Direfleet Interloper. Hey, I did that a lot in my last draft series. Land, please, land. Actually, Savage Stomp's not terrible. It's not fantastic, but it's not terrible. Better than drawing another, like, 5-drop. And this is now a real threat my opponent has to deal with. It's possible it would bait removal, which my opponent might wish he had later for the Dreadmaws, assuming we get to play them. Like, if it draws like an Impale or something here, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, just a Vampire Revenant. Do we want to trade? I actually don't hate trading. And I'm pretty sure my opponent will. But flyers are something this deck doesn't interact with incredibly well, so 3/1. I guess maybe we don't want to just because the Forerunner of the... Is it Coalition? I think so. Answers it pretty well. We don't have one in hand, but we could find one. Really, though, we're just hoping this doesn't get killed. Darn. Well, we've got a rough hand now. Okay, Razka Relic is basically just a land for us. I guess slightly better than a land. Yeah, I was hoping you'd have to impale the Frillback, but I think you still do run it out there. Direfleet Interloper. We're hoping it misses on Explorers too. Ooh, Exultant Sky Marcher is bad too. We really want to hit a land. But then we could go Dreadmaw. That might just be too much for my opponent to deal with. Gleaming Barrier? What even is this card? Literally nothing right now. Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna take 3 here. Obviously don't really have a way to interact. Plays Call to the Feast. Okay, well at least this is a land. Let's play Dreadmaw number 1. Are 3 6/6s over 3 turns good enough to finish a game? Which we're gonna find out. Luminous Bonds. Alrighty. First one neatly answered by my opponent. Take 5 here. My opponent gains 3. And I think we're up to the point where we have the City's Blessing. Pretty quick. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll be able to trade this away here in a second for a card as well. Dreadmaws for days. No place. Oh wait, he pitched Sky Marcher. I need to be better about keeping track of that. Okay. Okay, Sky Marcher Bloodletter. Good. We can double block now the Interloper. Legion Conquistador. What I wouldn't give for a Forerunner of the Coalition. Don't get like 4, please. If you get 1, okay. Don't get like 4 though. Oh no, 2 more? Well, I guess that was in the middle of the runs. So I don't think there's any reason to sacrifice the relic right now, but we will now. Okay, Forerunner's good. Do we want to swing? I guess not. So do we want to hit a land off the Diviner? Or would you rather it be a 1/4? We'd rather hit a land. Although we lose kind of the advantage of the scry. I guess we lose the advantage of the scry kind of either way here. So I guess we have the chance of just hitting a land. We should play Diviner first. I guess actually being a 1/4 would have been nice for the Interloper. Man, we drew a card though. Can't be that unhappy. Alright. Look at all these defenders. Hopefully you just can't answer this too. Yes, we would like to use the ability. So we'll get Ripjaw Raptor, I imagine. We have 7 mana. There's a world where it'd be kind of nice to hit twice, because then we could kill a whole bunch of stuff for our opponent. I guess I'll just have to settle for killing the 1-cost stuff. But Ripjaw Raptor's pretty good. And definitely not swinging with the Dreadmaw. I imagine he'll kamikaze swing with the vampires unless he's got a way to kill off the Forerunner. So he'll get a little bit more lifelink off of them, but it's still good. He only has 2 truly unblockable damage. And while the Conquistadors do muck up the ground, they're not super high impact either. Okay. Alright, you're gonna do your job. Oh, it doesn't even swing. Okay. Well, cool. Happy for this. If we find like ranging raptors, I guess that's the dream, right? Then we just get to literally wipe his board off the Forerunner. Yes, we would love to use the ability. Ranging raptors? Almost. So, do we swing with our Dreadmaw? I guess so. I'm okay trading the Interloper for it, certainly. If he wants to multi-block, I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, Forerunner's pretty good when it's searching up a Ripjaw Raptor. One goes to 13. Order of Dusk. Not going to do too much. And yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot, assuming my opponent can't activate a whole lot else. You want to play a Dreadnought or an Armasaur? This Armasaur is a little bit cheaper, and again, if we ever find 2 triggers, I think we're in a great spot. Do you want to swing with the Dreadmaw first? Is there any reason why that would change things? I don't really think so. Although it will matter for the Ripjaw Raptor. But I guess we just want to draw cards off the Ripjaw Raptor anyway. Play Armasaur. Continue to wipe the field with stuff. Well, for a pretty miserable start. Oh, okay. It's pretty good. For a pretty miserable start, though, we have walked out of this okay. Let's see, what do we sacrifice? That, and Forerunner I feel like is providing too much value, but on the other hand, it's not the best once we start running out of stuff here in a second. I might just get rid of that. Alright. So the dream of truly wiping my opponent's board is gone then. but that's okay. Still get to draw some cards. Bonus Hunger. Interesting. I don't think that card's particularly good, but it does do some work. I think it's worth keeping the Ripjaw Raptor back. It's a very good incentive for my opponent not to block. We will swing with our Dreadmaw, though, if he wants to multi-block it. Again, I think I'm okay with that. Especially with another one coming in. Yep. We trample through for 1, he gains 1. Sounds fine. Oh wait, okay, because they've already taken 1 point of damage. It's even a little bit better. That effect goes both ways. I'll have another Dreadmaw next turn, bare minimum. Bonus Hunger did some reasonable work. I guess mostly just killed the Forerunner. I should maybe start to outlive its usefulness too. The board got dramatically smaller though. Okay. So we just swing with both here. It gives them a good trade. But we get to get rid of the Interloper. And then we're playing 2 other threats. That's okay. I think we have enough of a board advantage. We don't want the game to go too much longer, because my opponent may have some sort of great bomb. I think it's likely he double blocks the Armasaur here. Ooh, nothing. Okay. Goes to 3. And we'll play our Tianali's Knight. They're pretty well set up. Yeah, Forerunner of the Empire did, or it's a Coalition's the pirate one. Forerunner of the Empire did some really good work for us this game. Squire's Devotion. And deciding whether he wants to keep it or not. The lifelink is not irrelevant. Let's see, how hard do we hit next turn? Pretty hard, right? I don't think he can afford to attack, which is nice. You keep the Squire's Devotion on top. Okay, so we swing. He has to block these 3 minimum. So he goes block. Just block, block, block. He has kill a creature once attacking. How bad is that for us? The Divine Retribution, or whatever that card is. Blows up this. He still has to block all 3. Then he goes block, 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 block. That's still not bad for us. Do we want to get in with the Saproling? What if he has the exile all attacking creatures? I don't think we can play around that. Do we want to get in with the Saproling? Don't need to. It's kind of free. On the other hand, maybe having that in defense will help us play around something I'm not thinking of. My phone has settled the wreckage, we just lose, but it is a rare. And you would have had to have drawn it recently, otherwise I think you would have used it previously. Okay, we got him. Alright, vampires. Pretty good vampires, I think. Not really sure what Forerunner of the Coalition's doing in there, but... Okay, so with that in mind, I think Shake the Foundations gets a little bit of a tick up. Still don't really love any of the other stuff. We bring in Plummet doesn't seem terrible. Flaming Barrier was not particularly impressive. I guess it's half of a blocker against his Direfleet Interlopers, which he did have a couple of. I think Blossom Dryad bites it, it's just such low impact. I think we want all of these guys. I could consider cutting a top end card. Kind of just tempted to take out the Gleaming Barrier. He had at least 2 flyers we saw for Plummet, and again, our deck has a pretty tough time dealing with flyers. Wonder if Shake the Foundations is... I think think never going to be miserable. Maybe the frillback's not that exciting. The nice cheap dinosaur that we can get off Forerunner, but I guess Ranging Raptors is too. Let's try something like this. It's possible Shake the Foundations doesn't belong, but... Okay, this hand's pretty good. We do need to find a few more lands, but yeah, I'm happy with it. Oh, there's the Shake the Foundations, I suppose. We're gonna play Teal'c's Knight, I guess, earlier. Ixalan's Keeper has a little bit more advantage as the game goes longer. No 2-drop I like. Okay, well, you do need to find a land that is a very real. I wonder if someone were to keep track of like all of my different phrases out there. Got to be number 1, certainly. But something like, we need to draw a land. We really do need to draw a land is definitely one of my top catchphrases too. So the Exultant Sky Marcher probably blinks the Teal'c's Knight attack. Land's good though. Let's play our Keeper. We could just swing. It's very possible he doesn't block, but possibly does too, and then we feel really embarrassed. It would depend on my hand if I was in his position whether I'd block that or not. Ooh, Skymarch Bloodletter. That's a flying offensive that we can get behind. Hunt the Weak isn't bad. And I'm going to play our Forerunner here, though. We can go ahead and grab everyone's favorite card, Ripjaw Raptor. He's been making a lot of appearances thanks to our Forerunners here. And then we can play him in the turn following that we can Hunt the Weak, which is nice as well. Opponent's in a little bit of an awkward position unless he can remove the Forerunner. Treasure Map. Ooh, that's a good one. Wonder if he swings with the Bloodletter. Probably. Yeah, I guess both. Okay. And no land drop from my opponent that turn. I guess he missed the turn prior to. I should have recognized that a little bit earlier. I guess we should swing first. I guess getting in with the Forerunner Empire is kind of nice. He could have to deal 2 to a creature though, and I think we want to keep this card alive. Go ahead and swing with both of these guys first. Actually, we could swing with all 3. Dealing 2 to creatures, I think the only thing he could have. No, but then we still want to play the Ripjaw Raptor. Yeah. I guess we could just not play it, and then he... Oh, that's true, we missed out on putting damage that way. That was probably not perfect. Ripjaw Raptor first was probably the right play. Hopefully that one putting damage doesn't come back to haunt us. I guess we can always choose not to have it do any damage to... Future reference? Alright. Gonna scry here. Hopefully help him find his lands going forward. Wonder why he didn't scry actually last turn now that I think about it. He could have potentially played a land. Probably a slight misplay by my opponent. Savage Stomp's good. Find a land, we could Hunt the Weak and Savage Stomp next turn. Wombos. Still get in with both. So, instant speed removal, there's what in these colors? Ixalan's Binding is not instant speed. Vraska's Contempt is, but requires double black. Consume the Weak doesn't hit something as big as Ripjaw Raptor. Divine Verdict is only attacking creatures. Can't think of anything. I may be missing something obvious that does interact at instant speed, but in this color pair, I don't think I have to worry about it. unless I'm actually attacking. We get a draw. Ooh, Knight of Stampede's tempting. Maybe keeping one removal spell in hand is nice. This is only 2 next turn. Okay. I think we want to keep 1. I think it's not impossible. Okay, yeah, it does have the Divine Verdict. But Hunt the Weak will still work even if it's not Ripjaw Raptor. We lose out on a free card of value, but it's okay. Having this as an option for other scary finishers my opponent could have is very relevant. So next turn we have 5 mana. We could play Overgrown Armasaur for 3. Guess I'm not sure what we'd do beyond that. We'll probably just play the Dreadmaw. Scrying on the upkeep. Still desperately looking for lands, I imagine. Put it on top. Murder of Dusk. Alright. We'll clean up the front half of that in short order. Yeah, this card seems super good. This is obviously the matchup where it's going to shine, but... And it's probably, honestly, just because we've gotten Ripjaw Raptor consistently, which you won't have every game, but it still felt really good. So instead of Dreadmaw, we could play Overgrown Armasaur and then Shake the Foundations. Although Shake the Foundations, I guess we'd want to do that next turn. And it's kind of low impact too. Kind of would rather just have the Dreadmaw. He can have his 1/1. But things like Martyr of the Dusk just get kind of embarrassed by this card. And this is ordinarily, I think, something every vampire deck is going to be happy with. I guess he still gets to trade up in that case. I guess maybe we should have swung first and then played it and removed it. Yeah, that's actually better. He's going to gain 1 free life. I think it's still okay to attack. We've been a little bit sloppy this game, though. We could double block and kill off the Knight. And wouldn't be surprised if he just single blocks the Keeper. Okay, can trade with both. Green team will need an answer for our Dreadmaw. That probably means it's more likely he has something like Divine Verdict in hand. Did not scry at the end of his turn. He's doing it on the upkeep. Yeah, I think it's been a little bit sloppy with his scries too. Because he could draw a card this turn if he'd done that at the end of his last turn. Or was it, did he? Oh, he already scried, I think. Actually, I think it was tapped. I think I'm giving him a hard time for nothing. No play. Good for me. We can play both of these guys. Let's go ahead and attack first. Still don't think I'm going to get in with the Forerunner. I don't think 1 point of damage matters that much. I guess if he's got something that interacts with the Knight, this is bad. We should have played like the Armasaur first. Okay, yeah, just Divine Verdict there. That was kind of to be expected. We're still going to get some good value and go a little bit wide with the Armasaur here, though. Yes, we would like to use the ability. He does have Treasure. He could play something sneaky here. But opponent's F6'd. We want another Forerunner of the Empire. I guess so. Because that'll go and find us another big dinosaur. And then we can play and we start doing 2 to everything every round. I guess the Saprolings don't last real long with Forerunner. It's kind of funny. But yeah, the engine feels like it really came together this matchup. Pale, okay. One's got a lot of removal, a lot of good removal. He just hasn't had the curve to begin it. So a lot of times you want to have like a couple of good creatures enter the battlefield and then use your removal to keep cleaning out the way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we swing at everything here. If he does have an answer to Forerunner, that big a deal. since we have another one coming in. And even though doing 2 a turn is appealing every time you play a dinosaur. Ooh. Reaver Ambush. Okay. Keeping up the removal train. Opponent goes down to 5. Let's play another front runner. We get a 4-cost thing? I guess we could play it immediately, but that actually doesn't really matter. I think we're just gonna go and get another Dreadmaw. Or are we out? Have we used all 3 Dreadmaws? No, oh there we go. I just couldn't. These are just out of order. Sounds like a Tuscadon. Tuscadon hits harder even. Probably doesn't really matter. A little bit cheaper. Actually, Horncrest swings next turn. Alright, let's do the Horncrest. Because it's hasty, and we'll get to clean out probably whatever my opponent plays when it enters the battlefield as well. Yeah, this is very impressive. It's just a little bit slow, which I guess is how you describe the dinosaur deck in general, but if you don't die early, I feel like the game just is yours. Okay. Let's play our Horncrest. Get in with everything. I don't think there's anything flash in these color combinations. We're not going to use our Forerunners. Nope. We don't have any value for it. We don't want to really kill off our random sapperling. Nope. Well, it's not hasty. We don't have a dinosaur. That's true. That was a bit of an error. Have more removal? Looks like. Dark Nourishment. Rest in peace, Forerunner. Yeah, in that case, that was a mistake. We should have gotten our Colossal Dreadmaw. I was thinking it would be hasty, but we don't have any dinosaurs out. Alright, opponent still goes down to 4. Alright, and that is enough. Didn't end up costing us too much. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, Forerunner of the Empire is obviously pretty good against the vampires. Just searching up your best dinosaurs so you can have it on time is pretty good too. Happy to go 2-0. I will see you guys for the 3rd and final match.